Hi, this is Aleti Mutyamani Sandeep, Aleti Atambaral, RTV English News. Today news about people's democracy. Today news, all-round attack on women, defeat BJP. The 18th general election in 2024 is a challenge before all secular democratic forces in the country. And at the same time, an opportunity is disclosed and nightmarish regime of violence, fear, hunger and unemployment unleashed by the BJP RSS government in the last 10 years. It is time to recall the list of broken promises and to review the adverse impact of its policies on women and larger economic, political, social damage done by this regime. This seen the alarming threat of food security, the specter of hunger and malnutrition, rising unemployment, back-breaking price rise, escalating communal and caste attacks and shocking increase in violence and brutality against women and girl children. The BJP government has failed India's women and it must be held accountable for its crippling price rise. The loss of employment and income has been accompanied by spiraling prices because of hikes in the prices of petrol, diesel and gas and imposition of GST on food items by the Modi regime. The Modi government increased the excise duties on petrol by 250% and on diesel by 820%. Instead of taxing the rich, it is taxing and poor by imposing much indirect taxes. In addition, it has deleted the Essential Commodities Act that allows hoarding and weakened the public distribution system PDS. In the last 10 years, the prices of food items have skyrocketed. Cereal prices have gone up by 24%, wheat flour by 28%, pulses by 22-30%, groundnut oil by 42%, mustard oil by 71%, Vanaspati by 112%, sunflower and palm oil by 101 to 128%, potatoes by 65%, onions by 69% and tomatoes by 115%. The Ujjwala cooking gas scheme has been big fraud. Only one free connection was provided under this scheme. The next refill of the gas cylinder had to be purchased. Subsidies have been reduced almost to zero and the price of the LPG cylinder has risen from 414 in 2014 to rupees 1200 to 2022 by almost 3 times. Just before the assembly elections in 2023, the central government announced rupees 200 rebate, bringing the price down about rupees 1000. This is still 2.5 times the 2014 prices. Food security threatened. In 2014, India ranked 63 in Global Hunger Index and this position came down 101 in 2021 and by 2023, India ranks 111 out of 125 countries. Reports of starvation deaths, particularly in the adversary region, began to be noticed from 2016 onwards. Instead of taking steps to remedy this problem, the Modi government had systematically weakened the public distribution system. The number of Antyodaya cards have been decreased. The linking of ration cards and Aadhaar card has led to cancellation for a large number of cards. More than 4 crore ration cards have been cancelled between 2013 and 2021. The Modi government reduced the quantity of grains from 35 kg per family to 5 kg per person. During the pandemic, in the name of providing 80 crore people with the free grains, it stopped the distribution of 5 kg subsidized grains under the PDS system. The central government also stopped giving sufficient food grains to opposition rural state governments. The ICDS and midday meal programmers are essential to tackling growing malnutrition. These schemes have been combined into the ICDS and midday meals program are essential to tackling growing malnutrition. These schemes have been combined into PM Poshan program and their central allocations have been severely cut by 40%. Between 2016 to 20, severe malnutrition in children between 0 to 5 years of age increased in 341 out of 707 districts in 36 states and union territories. Instances of anemia in women between 15 and 49 years of age have grown by 4.1% between 2016 and 2021. The NFSA mandates the maternity benefit rupees 6,000 to pregnant women for their nutrition, but the government has restricted this to the first child. Growing unemployment. Women's work participation rate is today the lowest in the country since independence. According to the NSSO, in 2017 to 18, around 40 lakh women were pushed out of work. The CMIE data shows that by 2022, 8.8 crore women were willing to work but could not get jobs. Almost 1 crore jobs were lost during demonstrations. It is estimated that 88 lakh of these were women's jobs. The promise of 10% of contracts to MSME with 50% women workers had not seen the light of day. According to the NCRB data, suicides amongst the daily wage workers went up by 170% for male workers and 137% for women workers between 2014 and 21. Women workers are more than half of the beneficiaries of MG and REGA work. In some states, about 2/3 of applicants are women, and in wake of severe employment crisis, more work continues to be demanded under the scheme. However, in 2013, the average number of days available to one household was a little above 60 per year. Between 2014 to 21, it came down to less than 40 days of work, and between August 2022 and March 2023, the average days of work was just about 30 days per year. The budgetary allocation for the scheme has been distinct cut, such is the Modi guarantee. Commercialization of education. The implementation of the National Education Policy 2020 has led to privatizations and communization of education. Thousands of schools have been merged in the same of rationalization, and approximately 2 lakh government schools have been closed all over the country. As many as 1/3 of girls are not enrolling into schools. The Modi government has been spending less than 0.5% of the GDP on education between 2018 and 2023. This proportion came down 0.46 to 0.37%. Girls from economically and socially backward classes are being deprived of higher education due to the massive hikes in fees. Scholarships for girls and women from minorities, Dalit, Advasi and other vulnerable sections have been stopped. Targeting of students from minority communities was especially evident in the case of Hazip and Karnataka schools. Textbooks have been changed and removed reference anti-caste movements and women movements for the right to equality, freedom of choice and right to their bodies. BJP ruled state giving Manuwadi orientation of textbooks. Women's Reservation Bill. The women's movement has been struggling to get the Women Reservation Bill passed for the past 27 years. This government finally passed the Nari Shakti Vadan Adhinyayam, new name for the Women's Reservation Bill, on September 19 to 2023. Yet this remains a farce and will not be implemented during the 2024 general elections, as the government has linked the bill to the census and delimitation process, which may take more than 10 years to complete. In the last 10 years in power, the government did not pass this bill in a cynical attempt to exploit women voters for electors' gains, and chose to bring it just months away from the general elections 2024, that the two in a way that it cannot be implemented. Attacks on women rights as citizens and dilution of laws. The political support for the Hindutva brigade has led to push towards the weakening of the citizenship rights of women and dilution of the laws for their protection against violence. The announcement of new CAA rules will further worsen the situations. The BJP government campaign on love jihad has been used to attack little faith marriages and women's right to choose their partner. Many BJP ruled states have passed laws against interfaith marriages. Section 498A of the IPC, Juving Protection of Women Against Domestic Abuse, had been diluted, and now no arrests are being made under the law. To get any relief under the Domestic Violence Act is also a very big struggle for women. The agenda of right-wing organizations to oppose any form of social changes that alters patriarchal authority and puts women charge for their own lives in strongly supported by this government. Rising atrocities and violence against women. The graph of violence against women started rising from 2014 onwards, as seen clearly from the NCRB data. In 2014, around 37 crimes were committed against women every hour, but by 2021, this number had gone up to 49, an increase for more than 30%. The conviction rates for almost all crimes has hovered or around mere 23 to 25%. By 2021, the number of daily rapes was at the average of above 90 rapes per day. The number of rapes ST girls went up from 2.5 per day in 2014 to 4 per day in 2021, and for SC girls from 6 to 11 per day in the same period. BJP ruled Uttar Pradesh topped the list in crimes against women for 6 consecutive years from 2017 to 2022. The horrifying rapes and murders at Hathras, Unnao and other places in Uttar Pradesh shocked the entire country. The NCRB data recorded 94.47% surge in sexual offences against children since 2017. Uttar Pradesh has recorded the highest crimes in this category as well, with 8.136 cases out of total 63,414 cases recorded in 2022. These figures show that the BJP RSS Hindutva policies has led to an alarming rise in violence against women. Powerful people connected with the Hindutva brigades and getting away with murder and rape. The case of BJP MP Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh and the sexual harassment figures showed that the BJP RSS Hindutva politics has led to an alarming rise to violence against women. Powerful people connected with the Hindutva brigades are getting away with murder and rape. In cases of BJP MP Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh and the sexual harassment charges against him by Olympic winning women wrestlers. The similar case of Haryana Minister Sandeep Singh and the most shocking release of the murderers and rapists of Bilkis Bano by the BJP government of Gujarat, and blinding examples of the Rakshtra Sevika Samiti, Durga Vahini and their affiliates have become an abhorrence of their menu code and create deep polarization within women who are emerging as one of the target audiences for right-wing groups. Continuing, this remains one of the biggest emerging challenges for the democratic women's organizations. This is for Socialistic System, Aleti Atam Varal, RTV English News. Please share and subscribe.